What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I've got my top 10 kicking off. I've been doing for the last 20 days or whatever, the top 20 of my favorite personal horror films, counting backwards from 20 to 1, one or two a day, ending with number 1 being revealed on Halloween morning. I've done now number 20 through number 11, so those 9 videos are up on my channel. Go check those out. Check out the rankings and talk and debate about the 9 movies I've reviewed and talked about. Now I'm up finally to the top 10, kicking off today with number 10. I'm doing 2 videos today because I missed one yesterday. And number 10, my top 10, these are all movies that I can't live without. Top 10 favorite horror movies of all time, personally. I love these movies. I've watched them a million times. I own them. I'm obsessed with them. So these are the cream of the crop right here. Number 10 is 1990's Misery. It is another Stephen King film. You'll notice a lot of Stephen King stuff already on this list. Probably some more to come. But yes, Stephen King's adaptation for Misery from 1990. Directed by Rob Reiner, who you guys will know as Mike Stivic, Meathead from All in the Family, if you guys are fans of the Norman Lear comedy from the 70s. So Rob Reiner directed and did a wonderful job. You had the 2 main actors in this movie. It's basically a 2-actor film for the most part. And it's James Caan and Kathy Bates. And they are both just amazing in this. Kathy Bates plays one of the best villains of all time, in my opinion. It's one of the best characters of all time. She just portrays Psycho and goes from being the friendly person, the friendly helper, so to speak, into the crazy Psycho and devolves psychologically so well throughout this movie. I can't recall the characters' names, but so basically James Caan's character, he's a writer who is going away to, he writes, a famous writer that writes this well-known novel that everyone loves. And the writer, James Caan's character, he's driving in a snowstorm. He winds up getting into a severe accident, and he gets quote-unquote rescued by Kathy Bates. Now, she takes him up to this cabin in the woods, isolated, so that he can get well and write his book, continue to write his book. And you think at first, for the first few scenes, that she's has saved his life, rescued him, nursed him back to health, because I think she is a nurse or something. And it winds up being, of course, that Kathy Bates' character, again, spoilers if you guys have not seen this, if you have not watched this, there are spoilers in this review. Kathy Bates' character winds up being a psychotic fan, an obsessed fan of the novel that James Caan is writing. And she starts to want to keep him sick, keep him there. She's giving him these pills. She says to make him better, but the pills are actually making him weaker and keeping him in bed, and she's doing whatever she can to keep James Caan there because she is a psychotic, obsessed fan, wants him to write the book and stay with her instead of going out and recovering. So nice little switch there and swerve, and again, Kathy Bates plays this to a T. You really feel bad for James Caan's character. The famous use of the hammer scene, I still cringe. At one point, James Caan is getting better and wants to leave. Kathy Bates catches him trying to escape, which the escape scenes are filled with tension. You feel tension the entire time. When she's going out to the store and coming home, he's trying to escape. Really good scenes there. But at one point, Kathy Bates catches James Caan trying to escape and puts his legs up on a block, takes a sledgehammer, and bashes his legs, breaks his ankles, clear in two. It's one of the most gruesome scenes in horror history. And you can't forget Kathy Bates' face when she catches him. Just the stoic, crazy look is wonderful. So James Caan's writing this book. He realizes he has to trap her. So eventually, in the end, he does get out of his wheelchair and try to escape. He writes the end of the novel and then burns it in front of her to make her crazy, and then tries to attack her. Really good ending scene where she flips out and they go back and forth fighting. He winds up killing her. She busts her head. She falls, gets punched, busts her head on a typewriter, I think, and starts to bleed down the side of her head. James Caan gets rescued, and then he goes into a restaurant and sees her face psychologically as he is scarred for life. But it winds up being another big fan to end the movie. So there's it goes full circle with another fan in the restaurant seeing him all over again. But again, James Caan does a wonderful job as protagonist here. The writer character is really cool. Kathy Bates is awesome as the Psycho. Good environment. Being locked in the house in the big snowstorm outside sets a good thrilling pace. Several attempted escapes from James Caan makes for really good thrilling scenes where your heart's pounding. And the movie is really well done. It's well adapted. It's well directed. Stephen King, Rob Reiner do a nice job. So if you guys have not seen this, do you want to see it? If you have seen Misery, tell me down below what you guys think of it. Is number 10 too high or too low on my list for Misery? What do you guys think? debate down below. We're into my top 10 now. What do you guys think of Misery? And what are your lists? Tell me in the comments below. So I'll be coming back with you guys right away for number 9. So I'll see you in a second. Lock your doors, dim the lights, stay scared, and enjoy the movies.